of the man you want to erase. Reignite the fight for civil rights, put prejudice back in its place. From bus stops to sit-ins at a blistering pace, take a moment and stare privilege right in its ugly face. We have been terrorized, like the Israelites who stood proud at God's word, unshaken by Pharaoh's eyes. You can try to take our legacies and leave our cities sterilized, but we will not be broken. We will not be chained. We will call you on your cruelty, call our heroes by their names, because that's the John Lewis way. Our trouble will be good and it will never go away. Get ready for a remedy because we're here to stay. We will light the torch of memory each and every day. To write such a beautiful poem. I would first like to introduce myself. My name is Sophia Suara, and I'm a senior at King's Lawn. I want to thank you all so much for coming out and taking time out of your Saturday afternoon to not only support the youth of Nashville, but to demonstrate your own voice. I don't want this rally. Can you get in the back? I don't want this rally to be about the two state legislators trying to pass this bill or the man they are unfortunately trying to rename it after. I want this to be about the representative himself. The John Lewis Way Committee took time and effort to think about the street that was most connected to Representative Lewis, and that is why they chose Fifth Avenue. Woolworths, a street of only a couple blocks from my school, is where he did sit-ins and desegregated the lunch counters. There are two bus stations on Fifth Avenue, and he was a dedicated freedom rider. He went to ABC and Fisk, and Fisk intersects, you guessed it, Fifth Avenue. So there was a rhyme and reason and dedication towards which street was being renamed, not bigotry or self-interest. Today we have a stacked list of people you will hear from poets to musicians to political leaders to activists. I hope that with each and every person, you will feel the need to get into some good trouble yourselves. I want to now introduce the Deputy Mayor of Nashville for you. Please give her a hand.
Thank you. You are our future. First of all, thank you for being here today. The last thing I'm going to do is to take an enormous amount of time because it really isn't necessary. I'm a Baptist minister, and sometimes we take the podium and we say everything that needs to be said has already been said. So all I have to do now is take up. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing because we need a song first. But anyway, on a more serious note, this is very personal to me. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm not going to be long. I can hear my pastor, my spiritual leader said, please don't be long. This is personal because come May 7th, and I always say it, and I mean this in honor to what God has allowed me to see and what I have been able to do. Come May 7th, I'll be 72 years old. I watched John Lewis being beaten. I watched him go to jail. I watched him bleed. And at that time, I'm approximately 10 or 11 years younger than John Lewis. And I begged my mother to let me go down here and march with John Lewis. She would not allow me to do that. So subsequently, I had the opportunity to integrate Stratford School at the age of 12 with 3 other young black girls. And they're going to do a tribute in the library, the downtown library, in a week to honor what we did. And I want you all to honor what our forefathers have done. I call my little self standing on the shoulders of all those you know their names. So I've heard many times that our future, that our nation, that our world will be defined by what our young people do. and how we bring them up and how we train our young people. So at this age, I'm here for one reason, really, more than even the street. I'm here to encourage the young people. I am a retired teacher, and I'm going to encourage young people until my head is cold. And hopefully, whatever I've said will continue to resonate. So, young people, thank you for being here. Parents, thank you. And hopefully, you will stand up. And as it said, if not us, if not you, then who? If not now, then when? May God continue to bless each one of you real, real good. Thank you.
And I'm a junior biology major at Fisk University. Today I am honored to stand here before you all to speak on the legacy of Representative John Lewis and what he means to me. John Lewis's legacy was one of service. Service to his community, to his church, and to his country. Starting his impact here in Nashville, he was integral in several activist projects, such as the Nashville Student Movement, the Freedom Riders, and becoming the director of the Voter Education Project. He advocated for the youth taking charge of their own political beliefs, like we are today. May we never forget his sacrifice and his passion. As a man of Phi Beta Sigma, he inherently adopted the upstanding principles of scholarship and service, principles which he held during the heights of his career. To quote the great himself, never, ever be afraid to make some noise and to get into good trouble, necessary trouble. On campus, the young scholar and achiever vitalized his campus by organizing sit-in demonstrations at segregated lunch counters here in Nashville. As a current student at Fisk, I know that the legacy of Representative John Lewis continues to live on. Fisk's newly founded Center for Social Justice informs the public of racial equity. A few ways that I believe you as a community can help in social activism is by staying up to date with current news media and spreading political awareness, educating our generation on why and how it is important to be aware. Representative John Lewis is an inspiration for me and my journey through not only my personal life, but my academic life as well. As a proud member of Phi Beta Sigma and a student leader, I strive to embody his passion for equality. I aspire to lead in the Lord's calling and to push for change, despite circumstances. Let us never forget his sacrifices. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today as we all know our common purpose here. My name is Adrienne Gott. I am a junior attending Davidson Academy. I am a writer, poet, and overall advocate. And I'm also a representative of both the Mayor's Youth Council here in Nashville, as well as Students of Stonewall, that is also here in Nashville. And I have a poem for you all, and it is titled, We Hold a Legacy. We hold a legacy of walks and talks and laughs and strides. Maya Angelou said, even when the darkness shades our faces and hides our eyes, a legacy upheld is within the light of our passion. But now we are faced with carrying a torch that is rather devoted to our action. A man of grace, a man of liberty, advocacy, bearing many fruits. It is this garden, our garden, where we must protect our rich soil, not from the feast from which we sow, but from the roots. The name of John Lewis, exalted at all high, must not just ring on our calendars or as a sound of our supply. These syllables should not shatter the sores of our sorrow, but rather shine as a shield of our successes thereby. Protection is legacy. Wealth of greatness foretold. We are gathered here.
sharing testimony.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Good trouble, Adrian.
Okay, you all can hear me, correct?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to start from the beginning. We hold a legacy of walks and talks and laughs and strides. Maya Angelou said, even when the darkness shades our faces and hides our eyes, a legacy upheld is within the light of our passion. But now we are faced with carrying a torch that is rather devoted to action. A man of grace, a man of liberty, advocacy, bearing many fruits. It is this garden, our garden, where we must protect our soil, not from the feast from which we sow, but from the roots. The name of John Lewis, exalted and all high, must not just ring on our calendars or as sound of supply. These syllables should never not shatter the sores of our sorrow, but rather shine as a shield of our successes thereby. Protection is legacy, wealth of greatness foretold. We are gathered here, doers, dreamers, a catalyst harnessed from all that is bold. Truth sheds light on history from such an important era of an exceptional man. My people, we are the community who live truth to power from our temple to the abundance of our hand. Community upholds legacy. So what is that legacy worth to the people who feel small? Is it correlated with capital? Does it surround the ideals of social Darwinism in which one may fall? Legacy upholds its grace from the drums of our ancestors, the sagacity of our sound, and the untold dreams of our descendants. Legacy is met when we honor the works of our guides and live a life that is dedicated to the advocacy of the exploited. A life, his life, our lives. A life never lived with contentment. Thank you.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shania Clement, and I'm a sophomore computer science student at the illustrious Fisk University here in Nashville.
All right.
One of the reasons I chose to attend my beloved university is because of the rich history that we have to offer here in Nashville. From the numerous singers who coined Nashville as Tennessee, down to our very influential students who walked the campus in the past and still today. One of those students was John Lewis, who fought unwaveringly as one of the big six civil rights activists for the human rights of Black Nashvillians through freedom rides, sit-ins, and countless instances of brutality, and he also advocated for our rights as an activist on several human rights committees and in the House of Representatives. John Lewis's legacy to me represents commitment, intention, integrity, and strength. along with so many other characteristics that can still be seen in Black Nashvillians as we deal with modern day racism. It is important to me to keep Representative John Lewis Way at its current name because it serves as a reminder to our community to continue to advocate persistently for the things that we deserve through grace. And to Fifth University students, that no matter the small size of our school, we can still have a large impact, far more than we expect today. So, as Mr. Lewis once said himself, let's be bold, brave, and courageous, and find a way to get in the way of this very unnecessary change. Thank you.
We are still waiting on one more person to talk about their experience. We are still waiting for one more person to talk about their experience with the original renaming of John Lewis Way. However, they're a little late, so I want to take this time to segue into the other bills we want to focus on.
Let's see if we can turn it on if it works there.
Does this work?
No, just press the button.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is this good?
Yes.
Okay.
Talking to it. Talk all
Put
the
it
way
right to
up.
your mouth.
Is this
All
good?
the way.
And press the button.
Oh, this
And
good.
press the button.
And press the button. Is this good? Okay. Okay. We are waiting on one more person to talk about their art with the original renaming of John Lewis Way. However, there's a little bit of traffic, so I want to take this time to segue into the other bills that we wanted to highlight. Not only is the bill that's trying to pass about the renaming of John Lewis Way into President Donald Trump Street very important, but we need young people to know what other bills are trying to be passed without their knowledge. This is their community, this is where they live, so we need them to know. So I would like to pass the megaphone, I guess, to my mom, Councilwoman Zulfat Swara. Woo!
Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. It was waiting for me. Hello, Nashville. How y'all doing? Aren't you proud of these kids?
Yeah.
Don't call them kids. Call them young adults. I can tell you as a proud mama, it's so beautiful watching all of them speak. This is what it's about. This is what John Lewis did when he was... We are going to speak today, and we will be heard. So what I need you to do, without the mic, when I say one, you clap one time. When I say two, clap two times. When I say three, clap three times. Because you know what? I want us to make enough noise that they can hear it in Sparta, Tennessee. So I say 1, 2, 3. That's how we do it. Like Sophia said, the John Lewis Way bill is not the only bill. There's so many bills that is making its way through the legislature that is detrimental to our people. And we have to stand strong. When I was in committee the other day, they said that the bill to cut the council, a lot of people wanted that. Is that what you all want? No! I didn't think so. Do you want them to change the name of the street? No! Do you want them to refuse funding for education? No! Do you want them to take away COB? No! What about the convention center? You all for that? No! Oh, I thought I think. We don't want it, and we say stop it. And we're not going to stand and take it. No, but we want them to listen to us. I want to thank all of you for being here. I want to thank the 15,000 that have signed the petition. Nashville is speaking up loud and clear that we want Nashville to govern Nashville. We want Nashville to make decisions for Nashville. When our people go to the polls and say we want the COB, let us do what our people want. People went to the polls and they said do not cut Metro Council. That's what the people want. And we're asking them to do just that. So I need you guys to do something else for me. Do you have your cell phone with you? Yes. I need you to bring it out. It's working now? Who has my cell phone? All right. I need you to get ready to send a text. I don't know if this is working, but can you hear me? Yeah. All right. I'm an African woman. I can yell. All right. Take out your cell phone. Be ready to send a text. Type in 91750. That's the number you're about to text to. 91750. You got it? Yes. All right, now text the word action. 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 And then send. Did you get a response? Yes, I did. All right, when you go to that website, you're going to see a list of bills that we're talking about. We may not be able to talk about all of them today, but I need all of you to make sure that you're checking those websites, you're checking the name of those bills, you're ready to take action. For those of you that have signed the petition, we're going to be emailing you and telling you what we need you to do. When there's a rally, we want you to show up. When we ask you to call the legislature, we want you to call. But you need to know about what's going on. You need to educate yourself. It's more than those 6, but it's a start. And that's a way for you to be involved. So right now, I'm going to bring people to the podium that can actually tell you a whole lot more about those bills and what you can do about them. We're not going to talk about all of them, like I said, but we want to highlight a couple of them. If you don't know, you may not do anything. I'm grateful many of you are concerned about the street, and rightfully so. But like I said, there's a whole lot more. It's a pattern. We have to push back. Just like we're pushing back on the streets, we need to push back on all of them. So at this point, I'm going to invite Miss Rachel Ann Elroy, who is the chair of the MFPS board, to talk to you about some of the education bill. Thank you, Nashville.
I'm a first grade teacher, so I definitely can activate the teacher voice. So I hope that you can hear me. It is my great honor.
They said no, they can't hear you.
Serve. You cannot. Shut up. All right.
They cannot hear you. You gotta get that voice.
Well, then we're gonna have to use this.
There you go.
So my name is Rachel Ann Elrod, and it is my great honor to serve all of you as not only a district representative on our board of education, but also as the chair of our board of education, and I have some of my fellow colleagues here today. We take our responsibility very, very greatly because it is such an honor to represent students like the poet laureate that we heard from, and of course the students that organized the event today. Unfortunately, that responsibility should not rest on them. I'm greatly honored to support them and to have them push for it. But it is on us as adults to make sure that we know how to best support our students. And of course, what is coming up for them. So what I'm going to speak to you today about is not only the importance of having things like John Lewis Way and Diane Nash Plaza that we're standing in today, and of course Lawson High School that opens next year that we are all so greatly honored to have and excited about, but also how there needs to be future representation of underserved populations within our school system and within our city. People like C.T. Vivian need to be responded about and talked about, among many others. But unfortunately, Tennessee has been a leader in the culture war legislation and has passed more laws in 2021 aimed at limiting the number of transgender people than any other state in the nation, and has recently passed laws to prohibit the teaching of certain concepts about race and sexuality in our classrooms. And of course, we all know about the ban of books and the conversations about those. But currently, we are needing conversations about retention laws for our third graders. Currently, our TCAP test is not created as a assessment of reading, but the state of Tennessee is using it that way. And over 60% of Tennessee's third graders will be retained because of this. Not only is it not created for reading, the reading standard that the state of Tennessee has decided upon is way above average than the national average. So the national average is 50%, which is considered proficient. The state of Tennessee has set it up for failure for our students at 65%. This will be detrimental to students. All studies show that retention of students is not positive for not only high school dropouts, continuation of education, but it of course hurts students of color and other groups of students in many, many ways outside of what's intended. It's also important for us to discuss as education that there are ongoing discussions about reversing some diversity conversations that we're needing to have with our teachers. It's really important for us at MNPS, as we are a minority majority school district, to have informed diversity and equity conversations with our teachers so that they can understand how the history of not only national but the world affects our students today and how we don't need to repeat those mistakes. Fortunately, the state is trying to limit those conversations and those trainings, and there's upcoming bills about that as well. And of course, there is the current discussion of removing $1.8 billion of federal funding. So the discussion right now is, of course, to remove that. And the hope and the outright reason that they are absolutely saying is to remove the protections that has because there are federal funds. The protections, you should know, are from the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Civil Rights. So, of course, those are for students that are on the edges. They are students that are in low poverty. They are students of disabilities. They are students of color. The state is very, very open. They are wanting to remove those funds. Do not have to have that oversight. Those funds are not only important for these absolute needed services for an equitable education for those students, but it's very much needed so that we are knowing those students and meeting their needs, not only educational, but social and emotional needs. Our responsibility is to make sure that we are expanding our students' worldviews, not limiting them. Thank you for signing up to know more about this bill. As of the school board, we are working really hard to be more advocacy down at the state legislature. You will likely see us there. If you want more information about that, you are welcome to follow us on our MNPS website. We have information there about our newly created advocacy committee and additional meetings there. We will be at the legislature on the 22nd as they discuss the third grade retention. Thank you so much. Afternoon, y'all. Come on, a bit louder. I know you can do better than that. Yeah. So, those of you who don't know me, I'm going to give the same spiel that I do to every committee I testify in front of for this bill. I'm Trent Bench. I'm a musician, church worker, and native Nashvilleian. I've lived here for the past 17 years of my life, my whole life, for God's sake. And so, I've been deeply involved in local community and volunteer work my whole life, which is why I'm very deeply opposed to what House Bill 48, the bill to shrink Metro Council, would do to our city. So, for those of you who don't know, Representative William Lambert, everybody's favorite Tennessee Republican Party majority leader in the House, introduced House Bill 48 right before the General Assembly session. That would shrink the size of Metro Council from 40 members to 20. That is insane. There is no way that we can assure that we have proper local representation on a council of just 20 members in a city of 715,000. There are two other merged county governments here in Tennessee, Trousdale and Hartsville.
Lynchburg more. Both of them have populations that lead to their council districts having under 1,000 people per district. That's some local representation, y'all. But here in Nashville, that's 20,000. That's still a lot of people. But this bill would force it up to 37,000 at minimum. That's insane. You try to combine the districts in a way, you're going to end up merging and splitting communities that don't want that. We have 40 council members because we believe in local government, and these are people in our community. Yeah. For instance, I met Councilmember Sean Parker at a community event on Labor Day. I just met Freddie O'Connell this morning, or afternoon, sorry, I'm in the wrong mode. For instance, I met Councilmember Delicia Porterfield at the committee hearing. I met Councilmember Robert Nash, my own council member, because his son gave us a flooring quote. So these are people that are in our community. They are one of us. And the state Republican leadership has the gall to try and take that away from us. We don't want that. 61 years ago, we decided we want 40 council members to represent us. Not 20, not 15, as Representative William Lambert has claimed is a good number. So, I hope y'all will stand with me, sign up to testify against these bills, sign up to fight against them, and I hope you'll join me in telling the state to get their hands off our city. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ipti Chico, and I am a sophomore at Houston High School. When they renamed the street originally, I got the honor to do the artwork that's on the masks and on the t-shirts back there, and I just want to share some words about John Lewis' impact on Nashville. Not only was he one of the 13 original freedom riders, but he also led the national sit-ins that helped make Nashville one of the first cities to desegregate their public facilities. I just feel like during opening many of John Lewis's friends,
Right from now.
During the street's opening, many of John Lewis's friends, family, and fellow civil rights leaders came to celebrate him and his work. If naming the street after him was supposed to honor him and all that he did for Nashville, then renaming it would be blatantly disrespectful, not only to him, but to his legacy. It's even more disrespectful to change it to honor someone who has never done anything of importance for Nashville at all. John Lewis and everything he's done for Nashville, keep the street name the same.
Right here.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
If you can hear him say my vote, my voice.
My voice.
I can put my voice.
My voice.
My vote.
My vote.
My voice.
My voice.
My vote.
My vote.
My vote.
My vote.
My voice.
My voice.
Do y'all understand that
Yeah.
Tennessee was the 48th hardest state to vote in? Do you understand that it's not a state where we keep saying that it's hard to vote in and that can you hear me? Oh,
Yes.
And that redistricting, no, it's called voter suppression. Voter suppression, this is a voter suppression state. And what we're going to do today, I'm here to ignite everybody out here because it's so much bigger than you, it's so much bigger than me, and it's so much bigger than this. I don't just see black, I don't see just brown, I see white, I see LGBTQ, I see power in voting out here in this area.
Let's go.
Why? Because it's something bigger than that. John Lewis, he didn't just die, and neither did our just died for us to sit here. Instead, he fought as a student. Yes. And first, I didn't even get to say thank you, students. I wanted to check out the mic. Thank you, every student that's out here on today.
Yeah.
Why? Because you understand and you're not afraid to back down.
Yeah.
You already have the courage. You already understand your strength, and you already understand the power. That's why it's more of you all out here than it is anybody older than you. Because you get it. Now I need you to go get your people, go get your mother, go get your auntie,
Yes.
go get your family.
Yes.
And it's time that we take it back and we gonna go to the polls.
Yes.
And we gonna take our state. We gonna take our community back. We gonna take back North Nashville. We gonna take back Antioch. We gonna take back East Nashville. Why? It's not about the legislative, it's about the people. So I say my vote, my voice.
My vote, my voice.
My vote, my voice.
My vote, my voice.
If you are not registered, holler at your girl. Because that's what we are here to do.
Yes.
No more are we going to the polls in silos and by ourselves. Instead, I'm going to take my brother, my sister, and if not, then I need to get you registered first, and then we all are going to go together. Because 2023 is the last year we say that this state is the hardest state to vote in, that this is a gerrymandered state, that this state, we can't get nothing done in this state, and that this state, that everybody's bigger than the people. No, the people. We the people. Yeah. We're all going to make a more perfect union. So therefore, we are the people who are going to take over and take our state back because we're going to do this as a united force. We're going to do this together. It's not about a color. It's not about a gender.
That's right.
It's not about hating on each other. No more negative words and negative narratives and saying things that don't agree with each other. We are people, and we are people. Yeah, wake up here and wake up here, because we are people. We are our nation. And so they call you the hope dealer. Why did I tell you? But the violent people fall. But together we're going to take the state of Tennessee and we're going to take it to where we need to do for a better quality of life for every last one of you. My life, my vote. Fired up, ready to go. Fired up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Fired up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
I'm Brenda Gilmore, and it's an honor to be here. I just want to give high kudos to the young people that are here.
Yes.
Anytime there's significant change in the world, and especially in the United States, it's led by young people.
Yes.
Let's give the young people here a hand clap. I am here to extend a personal invitation to each one of you. Save the date. Mark your calendars. Saturday, July 15th is the Representative John Lewis Way March. It's our third march. We start at the corner of the old 5th Avenue North, which is now Representative John Lewis Way North. And we march to Ryman Auditorium. It's a beautiful sight. It looks like Nashville. So come out Saturday, July 15th, 8 a.m. and march with us. God bless each one of you. Fired up, ready to go. Yeah, fired up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
Fired up, ready to go.
Ready to go.
So when the announcement came out that there was a proposal to rename the street, I got a call from the Lewis's family. Brother Grant, Henry Lewis was here when we did the street naming. And so was Jerick and a whole lot of members of the family. And they were upset. They wanted to be here today. But today they're actually launching a gala in Atlanta in his name. If some of you don't know, this Tuesday, February 21st, is Representative John Lewis' birthday. So this is a happy birthday, Representative Lewis. But we do have a special guest in our midst, that is going to speak. Miss Rachel O'Neill is the staffer for Congressman John Lewis. When she found out we're doing this, she wanted to come and say a few words, tell us about the great man John Lewis, and to show support for what we're doing here. Thank you, Miss O'Neill.
Can you all hear me?
Loud.
Well, I came to Nashville to just be on vacation with a couple of my friends. I came to Nashville to be on vacation with a couple of my friends, and then this happened today. And there's no way that I served 18 years and 10 months with Congressman Lewis before he transitioned that I could not be here today. So I want to first of all tell the young people, you are the legacy of Congressman John Lewis and the civil rights leader. Today, I stood in the back and just took everything in. You all make me so proud. When he went to Black Lives Matter, when he was riddled with sickness, and when he wrote his last letter and communique, it was to the young people. He wanted you to keep fighting, to keep going. He says that our fight is not a fight of the hour, the day, the month, the year. It is a fight for our lifetime. We will have to continue this fight and pass on to generations to come that they need to continue to fight. So I want to thank everyone for being here today. I thank you for coming and fighting to keep this street named after Mr. Lewis, because he believed in inclusion. He believed in bringing everyone together. He did not believe in being a separatist. So this is a wonderful day. I'm honored. I'm overwhelmed. I thank you all, and I feel blessed because I was able to serve this man for 18 years and 10 months. Most of the legacy projects, the John Lewis Good Trouble documentary, he allowed me to shepherd those projects through on his behalf. Before he transitioned, he got to see it. In his spirit, he sees what's going on here today. Thank you all. Thank you, Nashville. And I appreciate you all for coming out. And I forgot to say, continue to get in good trouble, necessary trouble. Okay, so first things first, I would love to get a picture of y'all. For one of my AP Lang classes, I have to do a photo essay on the misconceptions of a community. And I chose the youth because I know Nashville youth can band together and look at what we're doing here today. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Make sure to smile real pretty for me.
If you have a John Lewis white photo, hold it up now. Let them see who we are here to represent. Hold them up. Hold them up. Hold them up. Thank you. Woo! Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I also just want to give a thanks to everyone who has come out today. I sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I have never done something like this before, so being able to see each and every single one of your faces. But truly, thank you. I am the last speaker you will hear. And I just wanted to end with a quote. But before we truly end, actually, we have another speaker.
She wanted to say something.
Good afternoon, Nashville. My name is Aspen, and I'm a Fisk University student. When I say I go, y'all say amen. I go, amen. I go, amen. As a Fiskite, how could I not come out and speak? Day to day, as a Black student in Nashville, we face adversity from discrimination to lack of education funding. John Lewis was a graduate of Fisk University and have paved the way for me and my peers. John Lewis Way is not just a street, it is a legacy that is on the verge of being destroyed. What's next? Who's next? That's the question we have to ask ourselves.
That's right.
It is time that we stand up and fight back. And I'm talking about my fellow peers attending Fisk University, Tennessee State University, Vanderbilt University, American Baptist College, and Belmont University. Stand up, Nashville. It is time to fight back.
So we also have a musician here today. Unfortunately, his equipment doesn't reach all the way over here. So if everyone could just scooch a little bit to the left for me, I really appreciate that. But truly, thank you to everyone who came together. To the right, Will Davenport will be performing music for us. Thank you, everyone who is here today. Organization.
March on. March on.
March on!
Yeah, so it's a mini concert. Don't leave yet. Will is gonna perform. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.